In this episode, we're going to be ranking our top 5 Nintendo consoles of all time without knowing which one's coming next. So, Danny, you got 5 consoles, 5 Nintendo ones, 1 through 5.
Question: handhelds or no?
Ooh.
You put the handhelds in there. I got to change some answers.
Yes, let's put it in for fun.
All right, but remember, Nintendo DS and 3DS are completely different. Okay. You're like, no, duh.
I'm thinking we might have to do top 10 at this point because there's too many consoles.
There's a lot of handhelds.
All right, and I'm gonna get my little cheat sheet because I'm gonna figure out what the heck you're gonna tell me if I don't write these down. So we're gonna give you top 5. You gotta include consoles and mobile or handheld.
Gotcha.
Okay, and you do not know what's coming up next. So let's start off. Nintendo 64.
I'm gonna give that a hard 10.
Hard 10. We only have top 5.
I'm gonna give it a hard 9.
We'll add 5 more. Danny's gonna have a hard time with this one. N64. All right.
You want to know why? Because I pretended to play while you and my mom were playing.
How old were you in 1996? Like
one.
That's why. I'm sorry you couldn't bring much to the table.
No, I was like, goo goo gaga. Come on.
All right. Since you're gonna be technical, Game Boy Pocket.
I don't even know what that is. Give that a 9. Oh wait, give it 8. Pocket, get out of here, bro.
You don't know the Pocket?
I know the color and I know normal Game Boy.
Color, so Pocket came before color. The Pocket shrunk the Game Boy down to pocket size. Before it used to be like the size of a TI calculator.
That's what I had. I had like a weird teal green one. Like
but that's color because you had a colored screen at that point.
Oh,
so the Pocket was a black and white. It was basically a shrunken down version of the original Game Boy, but it fit in your pocket. And then we got color with the color Game Boy.
Bro, you should be like showing me like.
I know. Let me go grab my Game Boy real quick. All right, let's see if we can get into Danny's era at least. Wii.
Give that one a 7.
Okay, I would have thought that would have been a little higher.
Well, let me tell you why. My favorite game was the Wii U. Then. Oh, the Wii U's next?
Yeah.
Dang it! Give it a 6.
You still have the number 9 spot open. Just for
the number 9 spot. Give it a 9.
You gotta give it a 9. Okay.
Yeah.
So much hate for the
Wii. I
Wii.
did not play much with the Wii because the Xbox 360 was my console. The only game I liked on the Wii, unfortunately, was Wii Fit because I was trying to lose weight as a kid.
All right, I know that you love this one, Game Boy Advanced, and the long rectangular purple one.
Answer me this: is that silver and gold era?
Yeah, 2001.
Yeah. Give that a 3.
3?
8. That's my first Pokemon game that I can remember all the way. I did have red. No, I had blue.
Yeah, blue. All right. Nintendo 3DS.
Give that bad boy a 2.
Ooh. I never got into the whole 3D thing.
I always turned it off, but I do like the games that came out on it. I also did not get on the 3D hype train.
All right. We're gonna go over to the Nintendo Switch.
Which one?
Console version.
Let me think. You know what?
You got one. You got 1, 4, 5, and 6 left.
Give it a 1. I played a lot of Nintendo Switch during COVID with my wife, and that was some good memories.
The DS.
Oh my god, give that one.
I remember you playing a lot of DS. How many DS did you burn through?
I mean, like 5 probably. Give it a 4. And Metroid Prime Hunters was my favorite Nintendo DS game.
All right, we are down to the number 5 and number 6 spot. So hopefully you left some room here. The SNES.
11. I never owned it.
You had the mini.
I never played it. I played it for one day, and I'm like, that's cool. Okay, get rid of this now.
All right, bonus 11 SNES.
Get that.
This is why you don't like not having your consoles, because you never had the memory of it.
Nope, they're in my closet. That's what I say.
My closet now. GameCube.
Give that a 5. Because the Sonic Adventure 2 battle with the Chow Garden, that was peak.
That was. I never understood why the GameCube was called the GCN.
I didn't even know it was called the GCN. GameCube Network?
I don't know why they Nintendo? I always assumed it was GameCube Nintendo. Like, why was it called the GCN?
What is the N?
I don't know. They should have just stopped at GC.
That makes sense. What the heck's the N? I'm gonna look it up later.
All right, and the last one that we're gonna do here is going to be the DSi. I
did not own an I.
What?
I went from a DS to a 3DS. The I was Samantha. Samantha owned the I. But that's also why I did not play Pokemon Black and White or Black and White 2. So give that a 12. It's a 7.
You only have the 6 left, so.
Oh yeah, okay, a 6.
DSi. Nintendo's exploration into mobiles or to handhelds.
You gotta understand. From my hand, I played a lot more handhelds than I did consoles for Nintendo.
I never understood that. I hated the consoles. I owned an SP and I stopped there.
Oh man, SP was my favorite.
I never had the advanced. I had the color. I did the color. I went straight to SP. Never did the advanced. And then that was it. That was the end of my mobile era.
So I always got motion sickness when I took the Game Boys out. I did not understand it was motion sickness, but whenever I was in the back of the truck, right, playing, my head would hurt so bad. But I would push through.
Huh? You kept going.
Yeah, I would push through. I did not know that's why I felt so bad. But now, like when my wife's driving and I'm looking at my phone, I go, oh. I'm like, it's the same feeling. What is this?
Jippity helped you figure out your life.
Yeah, I'm like, it's motion sickness. That's what I had.
All right, folks, down in the comment section, which ones do you agree with? Which ones do you disagree? Would you align with Danny or would you reorder some of these?
Alex had put SP on there, I would put number 1.
You had 3 for number 1 then at that point. I think I would have put the Wii first. I really enjoyed the Wii.
What game?
Mainly Galaxy.
I never played Galaxy.
No? I enjoyed Galaxy. It was one of my favorite ones. I've never been a huge Legend of Zelda fan. So I would have put the Wii. I would have put the N64 too. I spent way too much time on the N64. That one's a classic for me. Game Boy Color would have been the one I would have picked 3 because the amount of Pokemon Red and Blue that I spent playing in my childhood.
I remember you giving me rare candies, like infinite.
Then from there, I would put GameCube. That was, I think, peak our childhood was GameCube.
I think you were growing out of it though at that point.
Yeah, but it was still like, because I got the Wii in college, so the GameCube was still though middle school, high school for me, and then, but it was peak like all of us playing. I think after the GameCube, I think we stopped hanging out as much together.
But the online world, which you never joined us in, started.
You graduated from Nintendo to like War Machine.
You gotta remember,
like that.
My first game was Halo 2 online. When did Halo 2 come out?
I still remember introducing you to Halo at my house.
Yeah, it was awesome. It's like, what is this? It's a whole new world.
Yeah. And then for any of the console ones, like I said, I stopped at the Game Boy SP, so like I didn't care for DS or DS Lite or DSi or 3DS or 2DS or any of the S's.
You didn't really play Pokemon, huh?
I stopped at Emerald.
Oh my God. Bringing that back. Give me the 10.
That was SP. That was an SP. So that would be my top 5. I would stop at SP, but Wii U sucked. I mean, and then the Switch is okay, but it's just Wii games that have been updated.
Did you not play the Switch during the vid?
Not too much. Everybody kind of. I remember Animal Crossing came out like a week before.
It's huge. That's all we played. It was awesome.
I still have it, and I have yet to figure out why anybody was playing Animal Crossing at that point. I remember playing Animal Crossing on the GameCube, which is awesome, but I didn't care for the Switch one.
It's a little different. You're right. The characters were a little bit more toned down, but like the characters you can talk to. But dude, that was cool when you couldn't go outside, but in the game you had friends, you had family.
Did Nintendo ever fix their online gaming? Because I heard it sucked for like the longest time.
I don't know. I'll figure that out in like 3 days.
You needed a friend code and all this other crap.
I think you still do. You see how hard it is for me to add you on the Pokemon card game?
You try to add me on the Pokemon card game?
I don't have your friend code. I can't add you.
Dumb Nintendo. But they figured out how to break your console.
Yeah, we just don't put anything in it. It's got no memory. You think a ROM could do it?
I don't know. Probably. With enough might, there is a way. Or with enough will, there's a way.
Put Linux on it.
All right. All right, folks. Hope you enjoyed Danny's top 10. My top 5, because I actually know how to count to 5.
11.
11. You gave me a 12 at one point. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, drop a like, and hope you enjoyed this.